Purchase orders automates the processes of issuing and managing purchase orders and receiving inventory items. With Accpac Advantage Series, you have the option to use purchase orders as a standalone module. When combined with Advantage Series Accounts Payable, Inventory Control, and Order Entry, the Purchase Orders module provides a comprehensive, fully integrated purchasing system. In the Purchase Orders Setup window, the Options Notebook contains information that determines how your purchase orders system will operate and the types of data that will be stored. You can use the Default Item Cost option to select the type of cost you want to display in the Transaction Entry notebooks. You can use Ship Via Codes to set up a record for each carrier you use to deliver orders from your suppliers, and then specify a Ship Via Code on purchase orders, requisitions, receipts, and returns. The Templates notebook lets you establish sets of default information that will automatically fill in fields during transaction entry. In the Additional Costs window, you can define codes to identify the extra costs you are charged by your vendors, such as shipping or handling charges. When you post transactions, Purchase Orders immediately updates item quantities in Inventory Control so you can easily monitor your inventory levels. The Requisition Entry notebook is used to enter requisitions for purchases that may need authorization before a purchase order can be created. The requisition details will automatically appear during purchase order entry. You can add, edit, or delete lines, and you can also select details from other requisitions to create a single purchase order. Simply click the Order button to indicate that the requisition detail must be added to the purchase order. Yes appears in the Ordered column, and the session date is inserted in the Date Ordered column. Then all you have to do is click the Totals button to verify the amounts and tax details, and you can post the transaction. The PO number is then displayed, and we can now print the purchase order. You can enter receipts with or without PO numbers. You can also link one receipt to multiple purchase orders. If you do enter a PO number, the purchase order information is displayed, quantities on purchase order and quantities on hand in Inventory Control, and the purchase orders received quantities and outstanding quantities are updated. Here, we'll select the purchase order we created and go to the Detail page. You can process, modify, and delete detail lines individually or just click the Receive All button if the entire order is delivered. To add an additional cost, you simply select the vendor and Additional Cost, enter the amount, and specify how the cost should be prorated to the items. You have the option to immediately create an invoice for the vendor who delivered the goods. The invoice will be created during posting. Let's click on the Totals button to confirm the amounts and then post the receipt. The Create Purchase Orders window enables you to create POs automatically from current requisitions, from reorder quantities you have defined for items in Inventory Control, or from active sales orders in Order Entry. The program assigns the purchase order numbers, posts the purchase orders, and increases quantities on purchase orders in Inventory Control. You can then print the new purchase orders and use the Purchase Order Entry notebook to review and edit them. You can use the Purchase History window to review all purchases and returns histories for items and vendors. You can also open this window using the History button in the various data entry notebooks while entering a transaction. To view the actual transaction details, click the Details button or simply double-click the line item for which you want more information. Purchase Orders provides a variety of reports that assist you in managing your purchasing activities and analyzing the effects of these transactions. The Shippable Back Orders report lists the sales orders that you may be able to fill as a result of receipts you have posted in purchase orders. If you use Advantage Series Order Entry, you can select order numbers from Order Entry and include them on the report. The report lists receipt details that were posted with order numbers, showing the item and amount received at each location. The Purchase Order Action Report lists current purchase orders and provides options that allow you to produce a wide variety of reports. You would print this report when you need to review purchase orders to see what has been done with them or what still needs to be done. The report shows the item details and the amount and percentage by which received quantities differ from the quantities entered with the purchase order. The Aged Purchase Orders report is used to quickly spot purchase orders that have been outstanding for a long time and that may require action. You need to enter the date from which you want purchase orders aged. All purchase orders older than the aged as of date fall into one of the aging periods. The cutoff date is the date of the most recent purchase order you want listed. You can sort the report by purchase order number, vendor number, or currency, and then select the desired ranges to include on the report. You can change the default number of days in each of 3 aging periods. Now we'll go to the end of the report, which displays the subtotal for the current period and each aging period, and the grand total of all aged purchase orders. The Payables Clearing Audit List displays the debit and credit entries to the Payables Clearing account for receipts, invoices, returns, credit notes, and debit notes. You can use this list to reconcile the Payables Clearing account. Since the credit entry is automatically created during the receipt process and the debit entry is posted when supplier invoices are matched against receipts, this report highlights any items that have been received but not yet invoiced. Because Purchase Orders runs through a standard web browser, you can handle all of your purchase order processing anywhere you have access to an internet browser.